Welcome back to Everybody Loves Scott. So we're back in the garage, we got the KPX, and I got a modification of the airbox I wanted to kind of talk to you about and show you. Whether you know it or not, the airbox on this bike is very restricted, very little air that gets in. So I did a modification that I think you might be interested in and make your bike run a little better. So let's get started. Welcome to Everybody Loves Scott's, where I review China bikes and I document the experience of the bike.
When you've got what you want, maybe I should start over.
Let me show you some of the tools we're going to need. So over here on the table, I got my little screwdriver ratchet kit. And it's got some bits in here, and the Phillips screwdriver, that's to get into the airbox. So we'll be using this today. Of course, I always got a headlight just in case we need to see if it gets a little bit dark. I got a red marker because I'm going to mark where I want to put some vent caps. I have a progressive drill bit because I'm going to drill some holes into the side panel. And I got that marked at 1 inch because I'm going to put in some little vent caps. Also, what I have is for a digital caliper to measure. And what we're going to be doing is I want to show you these little vent caps I'm putting in for the modification. And it shows you I'm going to need to drill a 1.1 inch hole. Okay, then I got my drill. And if it's a little loose inside the hole, I got a glue gun so we can actually glue it in. So let's go over to the bike. We'll start taking the panels off and I'll show you how to get to your airbox. Okay, first things first, I'm going to drop the saddlebag because your airbox is actually underneath these panels right here. First thing I'm going to do is get a Phillips bit. So on the side panel here, a little screw right there. Just a small little screw. I think it's a bigger bit right here. This is really cool too because it is a ratchet for a screwdriver in the bits. Fancy little tool I just got off of Amazon. It's not necessary, but I do like it. Okay, just taking that off. Okay, then you can kind of pop these pieces off. Now, if you didn't take the screw out in here, you would actually have to take the seat off. I've already done that. So what I'm going to do is kind of pull it back, and you can see the panel pops right off. Okay, then we're going to go to this panel needs to be removed. Now, one thing about the airbox, the reason it's so restricted is these bikes actually need to pass the EPA. Okay, that just pops right off as well. So they do make them quite restrictive and they don't breathe well. So what I've already done is you can see there's 2 holes in the door here. I'm going to take this off. I drilled in 2 holes, 3/4 inch, and actually able to get some air because I'm going to take this off and show you the air filter and show you what air you're actually able to get into this because you'll be surprised how restricted it is. But most bikes you do actually have to modify them a bit. All my bikes I've done that too. The Templar modified that one. The Hawk, same thing. Yeah, you just got to be able to make it breathe. They've got an air box, but if you don't get any air in, what good is it? We'll have to take this little bracket off as well. And this is just the access panel to get to your air filter. And I got to say, the way they got it so restricted, that you can't get any air into your air box, that you would actually never have to replace your filter. It can't get dirty if you don't have any air getting into it. Just grab a little wrench here. I'm going to take this bracket off because I want to take the filter out just to show you. Okay, that's going to be an 8mm. Put a little light on there. This is where your air filter is. And to get to the filter, it's just a couple little tabs. You can just pop those up with your finger. And you can actually get the air filter out. There's your air filter. Now if you look inside here, you can see this little rubber tube. You can see that right there. That's where your air comes in from the other side. Now the panels, the way they have them on there, there's no ventilation, so there's very little chance of actually getting any air into your air box. So if you don't initially want to cut holes in your air box, I understand that. So what you could do is take a test run and just take this panel off, ride it with the panel off. That way you can put this door back on. You didn't modify anything. But I wanted the extra air, so I've already drilled these holes here. So then what we're going to do, this panel right here, is we're just going to put a couple of those little vent tubes right on there. Assistant getting a little bit of air in. So I'm thinking I can put one right there, one right there. They'll blend in real nice. So I'm just going to put a little mark to where I'm going to drill. And then we'll put those little plugs in. So let me put the air filter back in so you can already see. Now there's a clip right here, so you got to make sure you slide that in there. To get that clip in the back. And just lock her down. There it is. Okay, so with that, go outside and drill a couple holes. Here's the scary part. This is where you got to drill the holes. There's no turning back, but that's okay. That's what I want to do. So I've already got my little marks in here, and then I actually marked a little black line, so I should get 1-inch hole. So hopefully I can do that well enough. Work the shadows here. Okay. Okay, so with the calipers, let me measure. See if I'm within the 1.1 inch there. 0.73 on that one. 0.84, so I can go a little bit more. Okay, that one's right at 1 inch. Still 3/4. Give her a little more. Touch more. That one's right at 1 inch. I think we might be able to make that one work. Right at 1 inch. Let's see if I can pop that in. Looks like just a touch more, and I might be able to get it pop right in. Okay, so we're back in the garage, got the holes drilled out, and these little pieces just popped right in. It was beautiful. You can see they slipped right all the way through there, just a touch over an inch. So it's perfect. Don't even need to glue them. They're in there nice and tight. I made the full commitment so that I can get that extra air when it's over here. It's going to be locked in. So I got air that's going to flow into the air box. If you don't want to commit to this, take your door off, give it a ride, see if you notice a difference. What I noticed just by drilling those holes was better acceleration, smoother throttle response, and I even noticed when I downshift, it's not jerky, it's nice and smooth. So is it worth it? Absolutely. More air in, the computer can make sure that you got the right amount of air and fuel to make it run better. I think this is a great modification. I recommend it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.